This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, Authentic Muay Thai Lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. Today is February 8th, 2023. So today I am going over a couple things. One of the main things I want to do is catch up on what's been going on with One Championship or One FC. I talked about it a little bit here with some of our guests on the podcast. There's a lot that's going on. Already into February. It's been a crazy January for me, travel-wise, work-wise, catching up after Thailand and all the media and stuff like that too. We had fights. We had one of our students compete. Shout out to Chad, who stepped up. Had no aspirations to compete until going to Thailand. He'd been training 1 year, fought against a guy who had 15 plus years of martial arts experience and had a handful of fights on him. I think around like 6 or 7 fights. So shout out to them. Also shout out to his opponent, super great guy. If you ask for like an opponent, you wouldn't ask for somebody more respectful than that. Kind of going into here, I'm also live on TikTok. For those of you that are listening to this later, over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, everywhere that you can find podcasts, you can find the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast, all right? Before we get into today's show, I just want to give a mention. I began doing Amazon reviews, so review videos through Amazon. The link is in the show notes. If you are on TikTok, you can check out the link is in our bio as well to go check that out. I said the forbidden word. It's forbidden to say link in bio on, you imagine it, on TikTok, because they try to keep everybody here on the platform. They don't want you clicking off the platform. But we have Amazon review videos, and one of the cool things about that is when you guys go through and you click it, you can check out like reviews of Muay Thai equipment, training equipment. I also have idea lists. What idea lists are, let's say you are not one of our students and you can't talk to us in person, or you can't get a hold of us, you're not an Instagram social media user. If you go on and you can see our idea list on Amazon, you're going to be able to see like the equipment that we recommend on Amazon for beginners, sparring equipment. I'm constantly expanding it as we're going through. I have review videos. I've been uploading a lot of different review types content. And I see Anarchy Greaser over here on TikTok. What's up, man? Good to see you stopping in. Hope you're doing good. But kind of going through that review process. So by you going through and just watching our video and interacting with our account, what happens is any purchases you make through Amazon in the next 30 days, if you do not view another video, it automatically gives us commission. So it helps directly support Pu'u Muay Thai. So if you're probably, I'm not going to say if you're buying stuff from Amazon, if you're in the US, and I know you buy stuff from Amazon, please go check out the video. It would mean the world to me. It helps out. It's a very passive way of supporting the channel and supporting the podcast, supporting Muay Thai Academy, and supporting like TikTok, social media, and other merchandise and stuff like that as well. Along with that, we just released the Pu'u Muay Thai Eat, Sleep, Teep hand wraps. First time ever putting Eat, Sleep, Teep hand wraps. We have them in pink and black, just like we did with the shirts when we first released them. It's on the cuff, custom hand-stitched, everything like that, handmade in Thailand. These things are awesome. I don't have a pair on me right now currently, but we have them at our PMT Lifestyle shop. It is available for shipping worldwide. You're going to get a direct, customized hand wrap. They're all handmade in Thailand, sent directly to you. And it's going to support our academy. And there are, I think our first run is we did 100. So looking forward to selling out all 100. I know it'll take some time. But when I do, I'll definitely have to mention it here on here. What's up, DJ Unique Illusions? Hope you're doing good, man. Also, this Friday, we have, not this Friday, this Saturday, we have Gabe David, who's going to be visiting us. We're going to be visiting us at Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara, running a guest class to help fundraise for his event that he's going to be fighting in again at Rumble in the Jungle in Tulum. He's back at it in Kawchuk. He's going to be fighting. So if you're not familiar with Kod Shook is the old style Muay Thai where you are wearing hemp rope around your hands instead of boxing gloves and throwing down full rules Muay Thai, professional Muay Thai in Tulum. Someone says, I bet you can't put your leg behind your head. You're right. I cannot put my leg behind my head. Josh Dennis 3405 on TikTok says, man, I wish we had a Muay Thai around my area. We have, quote, kickboxing, but it's all cardio kickboxing. So Josh Dennis, hit me up, man. Maybe we can make something happen for you. One of the cool things about Muay Thai is we didn't have Muay Thai where we were at either when we first started. So if you go check out the podcast, you can see that, you know, how we became Pu'u Muay Thai. I kind of talked about this whole process about how this happened. Definitely go check it out. Do not be discouraged. Make that trip to Thailand. Do that research. Let me know where you're at to drop something down here in the comments. And thank you so much for the follow, Josh Dennis. I appreciate you. DJ Unique Illusion says, what up, crew? So what cop? So what cop? Hope you're doing good up there in the Bay Area. You're going to have to come up. So, you're going to come down here to Santa Barbara soon. Gabe Davis coming down this weekend again for a guest class seminar. $40 suggested donation. All proceeds go towards his travel down to Tulum. Josh Jen says, definitely go check it out. Addicted to BJJ right now, but in Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know how far Knoxville is from Nashville, but I'm going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, to help build some Muay Thai. If you're hearing about it for the first time ever, I'm spilling the beans. I might get smacked around for this. Helping build up a team of ring officials down there in Nashville. I'm going to be visiting my friend Bruce Peñapol over at Chonburi Muay Thai. It's about a 3-hour drive. It is worth it. So he's going to be doing live Muay Thai events, full rules Muay Thai. So I'll be out there. You got to come out and come check that out. Josh Dennis is going to be badass. He's going to do a great job. Bruce Peñapol from Chiang Mai, Thailand. I believe Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai, northern Thailand. Has an amazing academy down there, and he's planning on doing full rules Muay Thai promotions. He's talking with the state right now. They were trying to do something a little bit earlier, but they're going to have to push it back to make sure they do it right. Any word on when it would be, they were shooting originally for the end of April, but I don't have a date yet, man, but we're going to have at least 2 months notice beforehand, all right, and you will hear about it. The hard thing about out there is getting the venue, all right, the venue out there, because there's so much stuff going on in Nashville. It's hard to secure a venue because there's so many things going on. All right, but definitely, again, I'm glad you followed us because you're going to see more. And if you're listening to this later and you want to hear more about this as well, go check out our email list. You can go fill out the form for the free beginner's trial guide. Once you get in there, you're going to be on our email list where we're going to be posting about this stuff. You can also join the Muay Thai Community Discord server. Gotcha. Where are you guys based out of? We are based out of Ventura in Santa Barbara, California, United States of America. Shout out to our listeners around the world. We have listeners in Asia, Japan. Well, that's obviously Asia too, right? Australia. Big listener based in Australia. Shout out to Australia. You guys are crazy. Buying Eat, Sleep, Eat merchandise like crazy. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Also in Europe and all over North America and Central and South America. All right, so getting in today, I want to do to catch up. The Discord is a great place to help, learn, and share. Thank you so much, DJ. I know you're in there and you chime in every once in a while. And anybody that's listening to this too, I want you to know something. If you don't understand how to utilize Discord, the search function on there, and I started putting my answers with certain keywords in there that are common for people to look up. So whenever I put an answer, I'll put some extra keywords at the end. So when people search on Discord, in the Muay Thai Community Discord server, you can go on there and search like, hey, Muay Thai beginner tips. And you're going to see all the times that I responded with Muay Thai beginner tips. All right, so it's a good way to document everything. Josh Dennis says, okay, I'll be out that way in May to visit my dad in Bakersfield. I'll try to drop in and check it out. Awesome, and yeah, Bakersfield's just a couple hours away from Ventura. Definitely, you're going to want to contact the academy before you come. We don't normally allow like a drop-in or anything like that, but we can set up a unique day pass program for you if you're in the area to come check out the academy. We also do private lessons, so that might be a little bit more your style. We have a badass team of coaches in Ventura and Santa Barbara. They're people that, like, you train with them. You know, you're training with the people that I train with, all right? So all really amazing people. The crew Ed, Coach Ryan, all the coaches in Ventura, all the coaches in Santa Barbara. Everybody's amazing. Great benefit of training with everybody too. All right, so going into catching up. Okay, I'll see what I can do. We'll only be in LA for the day after flying in. Totally understand, man. I hope you can make it up. It's beautiful out here in the Golden Coast of California. All right, so kind of catching up with one championship. Man, there's been a lot, and it's been one of those things I was like, man, I need to do a podcast. I need to catch up on this. So the first thing I want to talk about is, man, let's talk about Stamp and Anissa Meksen. Stamp Fairtex versus Anissa Meksen. I was so looking forward to seeing that fight happen. I've been following Anissa Meksen for years. She's one of the best in kickboxing and in Muay Thai for women. And the fact that she was finally, like, I saw her kicking butt, training in Thailand during the shutdowns, and, you know, training with the trainer one-to-one, like in their house and shit like that. This is Anissa Meksen, by the way. And for her to finally get her chance to be able to go out there and go fight against Stamp for the title, like, I was so much looking forward to that. Apparently something happened. She missed the hydration test, and she missed the weigh-in due to a family emergency. So I don't know all the details of that. It was very shocking. People were kind of making assumptions about that too. DJ says that would have been a good bout. Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to the time where they eventually are able to connect. I hope it's not when either of them are past their prime. All right, I hope it's in the near future. Knowing ONE FC, they are going to make that happen. Imagine if it happened in May in Colorado, here in the USA. That would be freaking dope. All right, but with that last minute cancellation, normally like UFC or something like that, they're going to try to scramble around on the card to find somebody, and they were able to do that as well on one championship. They got on last minute, they got Supergirl Anna Drunsak stepping in to fight against Stamp Fairtex. So just so you know, they both trained together at one point. All right, Wonder Girl and Supergirl both trained with Stamp Fairtex. One was great at making matches compared to other organizations. Absolutely, Josh Dennis. I agree 100%. It's one of the reasons I have been promoting. If you listen back on our podcast, I've been talking about ONE FC for quite a few years now, and I called this shit a long time ago with our students, and I'm glad I started documenting and talking about it here on the podcast, because now I have proof. All right, I have proof. Like, we knew this was going to happen, and it's one of those things that seeing this is an amazing opportunity for the sport. I'm going to get more into that as well. But Supergirl stepped up to fight against Stamp. I want to say that she actually stepped up in weight, I believe. And she actually gave Stamp a very close fight. Some people, I haven't actually watched the complete fight yet. I've been that busy to sit down and give like my professional judging opinion on it. But from my understanding, it was a little bit like a pretty close fight. Some people actually thought Supergirl won that. But Stamp did come out with the decision victory on this, retaining. I don't know if it was even for a title. Honestly, I have to go look that up. Let me see right now while we're on here. If you guys have any other questions and stuff like that as well, please let me know. Let me see. Stamp Fairtex. This is Anna Drunsak. Okay. The bout was competitive on first watch. Yeah, you can. I could definitely tell it was. Let's see. Kickboxing. Oh, it was in kickboxing too. Strawweight kickboxing. I don't want to sign into your website, man. As much as I'm sure it helps. Boom. Three second round, so it was not a title fight. Demetrius Johnson held his own against Rodtang in their Muay Thai MMA match. Yes, that was very impressive. And Josh, if again, man, I'm really glad you found us, because I talked about that for months here on the podcast as that was building up and brewing from when it was just a rumor. All right, so go check it out, because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff people don't know about. I see Not You 852. Who's asking a question. He says he's 6'2". In your opinion, what weight class is good for that? So the thing is with weight class, I'm not going to get too much into weight class. If you want to know more about weight class, definitely shoot me a message. I could talk more about it, but it depends on your body mass index. What's your height? How much lean mass do you have? What's your age? What's your dietary intake like? You know, do you have a lot of body fat, or are you very lean? For me, I was always a very lean person. So if you're also a very lean person, you know, your walk around weight's probably going to be 5 to 8 pounds away from what your competitive weight's going to be. Whereas if you have high body fat percentage, maybe you could be getting down much lower, right? Also, it depends on where you're hitting the hardest, where you recover the best, and where you perform the best too. So all those things matter, but that is a great height for you to be able to... I mean, I fought people, just to give you some reference on this too, I fought people at 135 pounds that are 6'3". All right, and I've fought people who are also 6'4" at 140 pounds, and I've fought people who are 5'8" at 147 pounds. So this weight class thing, it's all subjective. It depends on who you're fighting and everything, too. DJ, I hope that gives you an answer, not you, 852 over on TikTok. I hope that gives you a better kind of concept on it. But it is very much a complicated thing. I've talked a bit about weight management here on the podcast, on the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. If you haven't checked it out, go check out the link in our bio. Go check out, subscribe, follow us on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on YouTube Podcasts. We are on Spotify. All those things. Go in there. Go listen to episodes on weight cutting. All right. You can also join us on the Muay Thai Community Discord server. You can ask more questions. That's great. You haven't fought yet. Don't worry about it, man. But we gotta address all those things before I can give you an educated answer. And it's definitely a question you should be talking to your coach about. Your coach is going to know best. He's going to know way more than me. Until me and you sat down, I'm always open to do one-to-one coaching calls and stuff like that as well. I am available for that service for anybody out there. All right. Josh Ennis says, my Muay Thai knowledge on fighters isn't great, but as of right now, Liam Harrison is my go-to to watch. Awesome. Great one. So... let's go. He was a beast during his prime. Man, Liam Harrison still a beast, even with the knee surgery he's dealing with, guys. So be on the lookout for him. Thank you so much. If you're watching here, too, on TikTok Live, double tap the screen. Double tap a couple times. All right, let's get those like counts up. It helps get our small business, our small family-owned business, in front of more people. More people are going to start learning about Muay Thai as well. That's my whole message, to have a positive impact on people, as many people as possible, and Muay Thai is that vehicle. All right? So, going on to our next one. After the Stamp win, where she didn't get to fight Anissa Meksen, fought against Supergirl. Shout out to Supergirl, being game. That is very much Thai style, stepping up last minute, saving the day, and going in for a fight. Right? Next one is Superbon. And forgive me, I'm going to try to pronounce this name as much as I can. Chingiz Allazov, the Georgia-born Belarusian Azerbaijani, wins by knockout in the second round kickboxing with a right hand, ragdolls freaking Superbon. Huge victory for the young fighter. All right, for Chingiz. And it's very ironic because Superbon dethroned one of the best kickboxers of all time, in my opinion, in Giorgio Petrosian with the freaking head kick, ragdolled him. Then he gets ragdolled, gets dethroned. The competition level in kickboxing is freaking insane in one championship. All right. Juka3300 says, I think Nong O in the 100 is in the 145 weight class. They don't have a 145 weight class. They have 140, 147. So I think he's somewhere in there, but I don't know off the top of my head. I actually just saw Nong O out in Thailand. If you scroll back on our TikTok feed, you can see him as well. I've been training for around 1 year and a half, lost over 100 pounds. I walk around at 190. Holy crap, man. You lost 100 pounds? And first, slow clap. Well done, gentlemen. Great job on changing your life. That is a life-changing transformation. That is a win right there. Jonathan, how are you? What's up, Big Show? Good to see you, man. I'm doing great. Just catch up on 1FC. Here, I'm talking to our people over on TikTok. If you're listening to this later, go follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Pu'u Muay Thai. Go check out Pu'u Muay Thai SB on Instagram as well. The Santa Barbara Academy. See what they're up to and everything as well. If you're watching here on TikTok, double tap the screen. What's up, Coach Connor? I see you in there too. All right, but not you, 852. Congrats on the weight class. McDojo. Sick Nova says McDojo greater than what? Okay. One championship's up there with Glory in kickboxing. Eat Sleep Teep. Thanks, man. Yeah, man. Go get the Eat Sleep Teep hand wraps. They're live in the store right now. You can get a pair. It ships direct to you worldwide. All right. I have them at all of our distribution centers. All right, but just so you know, I think that personally, Glory, they filed bankruptcy. They're on their way back, but they're not at where they need to be at for kickboxing. I think one has dethroned them, in my opinion, on a production level and on an excitement level of high-level competitive fights. All right, but let's get back to this for Superbon. All right, so Superbon gets freaking murked with a right hand by this young fighter, right? Totally just changed the bracket by this one right hand. Boom! Ragdolled him. Freaking sucked to see Superbon get cracked like that, but freaking amazing for Chingiz on doing this as well. And Big Cho says a former Glory kickboxing champion is doing a seminar at my gym in March. Awesome, man. So, along with that, that's some fight drama. Let's go into some political business drama. I talked about this here on the TikTok and stuff as well, on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and it was news for a few days. And you're not really hearing much about it because I'm sure there's some conversations going on about it. But one championship is being sued. One championship is facing a lawsuit on claims that it is not staying true to traditional Muay Thai, authentic Muay Thai. The Boxing Association of Thailand is reportedly taking action against the promotion on grounds of violating the Boxing Act of 2022. I don't think it's 2022. I think it's 2002. I copied this from an article, but it's 2002, I believe, is the Boxing Act. All right? Don't quote me on that exactly. You go check it out. Do your own research, guys, always. But with that, I have some insight information I want to share here on the podcast. So if you've never heard of MX Muay Extreme, MX Muay Extreme was the first small glove Muay Thai event in Thailand. All right, John Wayne Parr was doing cage Muay Thai over in Australia, but in Thailand, the first people doing it was MX Muay Extreme. I believe Takun Pangsupa from Sasipapa Gym was involved in this regulation and getting it regulated in Thailand. MX Muay Extreme. They did the 3-round fights, no Waikuram Muay, no Sarama playing. And then they just had high action 3-round fights with small glove Muay Thai. DJ Unique Illusion says, I love Max Muay Thai bouts. If you like Max Muay Thai, they started around the same time. Was the MX Muay Extreme, which is, I believe, in Bangkok for the stadium where Max Muay Thai is in Pattaya, Thailand. But when they took MX Muay Extreme as a concept to the boxing board and the sports authority, they said, hey, this is cool and everything, but you cannot call this Muay Thai. And one of the things is because they're not doing the Waikuram Muay, all right? They're not playing Sarama, all right? And on top of it, they're not using the same equipment. They're using the small MMA gloves, all right? But that's where they had the idea. They're not calling it MX Muay Thai Extreme. They're calling it MX Muay Extreme, all right? It's a different quote-unquote rule set, all right? John Wayne Parr is the beast. His daughter is becoming a menace in the ring. I hope the best for Jazzy Parr, by the way, guys. Just personal note, I hope that she gets some more equal matches that she can win and rally up, because it'd be cool to see that legacy. Come on, double tap the screen if you're joining in here. Again, this is Jonathan at Pu'u Muay Thai. If you are watching this over on TikTok live right now. All right, so with that, I was always a little bit surprised knowing this little insider information about the boxing board and with MX Muay Extreme. I was shocked when I saw a small glove Muay Thai happening in one championship in Thailand. All right? So, with that, I kind of maybe thought that they had an exemption. I thought Chatri maybe talked and got the exemption on it. Well, guess what? Turns out that assumption was wrong, apparently. And while the timing is precarious, while one is talking about getting all this money and cash injection, and there's a pushback from the stadium gamblers against the entertainment shows, and I will say it first and foremost, seeing Rajadamnan and seeing Lumpini used in the way it is now, it's kind of weird. If you've never seen how Muay Thai was before and been there, and seeing like how the stadiums are now, it's a little bit different vibe. Before, women were even allowed to touch the ring. I'm not saying that's right, but it's just like that was like the demeanor of the whole place, right? And then now they have like a scantily clad woman DJ every night at the fights, right? It's just a very big polarizing shift. And really, I've talked about it a few times here, starting back with Master Bob Carmel. It's like, hey, we don't know if this is the right thing to do, but guess what? The people have spoken. Entertainment Muay Thai is growing with people like ONE FC. So with the money coming into the sport like it is, we are now seeing, obviously, the ramifications of them growing and getting into the spotlight. One of the great things about Thailand is there's a lot of, there's not as much government red tape and regulation to go through to do Muay Thai in Thailand. If you want to be a promoter, you can go there and you can go do it, right? You don't need, liability insurance. But as more money starts coming in, the government will start getting involved, right? That's when they'll start regulating, all right? So I believe we're just kind of at that point with one championship. They see, hey, they have money coming in. We can start regulating because they can start enforcing these rules and regulations now that they have their brand established, right? So I really think that it's not I don't think it's anybody trying to be flagrantly, trying to, punch up at ONE FC, but I think of it more of like, hey, follow the rules in the authentic culture of Muay Thai. All right, you're seeing the Thailand Tourism Board. They just had the Amazing Thailand Festival in partnership with WBC Muay Thai, and they actually set a world record. Y Crew, I think, is 3,000 plus or 3,300, 3,600 people doing Y Crew Remo at the same time, led by Boykao Banchamek. Yeah, the Thai military, Royal Thai Army was there in full force doing this together. So it was pretty astounding. They actually got in the Guinness Book of World Records for that. It's a little bit of a side note for this. All right, but it's to show how important it is to preserve Muay Thai in its authentic form. All right, it was based in war. All right, the way they fight is very important. It's a cultural thing. You're learning Thai. When you go to a Muay Thai event, I explain this to people, even if they're going to Thailand not for Muay Thai, I highly encourage people to make sure they go to a Muay Thai fight. You see Thai food there outside with the vendors. You see gambling. You see Thai dance. You see Thai martial arts. And you hear Thai music. It's like 5 things all at once. And then you see so many different people at the fights too. You see the country. You see the higher class, lower class, middle class, all there at the fights. All right? So it's very much like a unique experience in regards to Muay Thai and the culture of Thailand. And so I just see it as ONE FC being held to the same standard as other promoters. I hope it's easily resolved. I don't see it being a big thing. I see it more as like, hey, you're going to pay this fine, and then you just have to call it Muay Extreme. And it was very funny that this came out, because I actually noticed that when Fairtex Fight Promotions was doing the small glove fights when I was in Thailand, I noticed on the screen it said Muay Extreme on it. Or like, yeah, it said that like Muay Extreme rules. Right, when they had the small gloves. And I'm like, oh, maybe they're just differentiating. And that's kind of when I was like, wait, ONE FC doesn't do that, but they have fights here. And they're going to be at Lumpini for one Lumpini on Friday nights. So, kind of cool to see that. Speaking of one Lumpini, I'm looking forward to seeing my friend Kongklai Any Muay Thai from Kit Kanton Gym fighting against Superball. Superball is not Superbon, just to be clear. It's a rematch. I think this is the 3rd time. I think it's the rubber match between both of them. So it's very exciting. Why does ONE FC break up the clinch early in their Muay Thai fights? Juka3300, this is a great question. I was talking to my friend Jake about this as well. And their gym is very much, the Kit Kanton Gym is very much a Muay Pardon me. Oh, I burped. A Muay Cow, or like a clinch knee fighting gym. Right? And they're having to adapt and start practicing with more hands, and they don't really know why the referees are breaking it. But I suspect that it's the modernization and the growth of entertainment Muay Thai and ONE FC coming involved. Right? I don't know if somebody's talking to them saying like, hey, we're going to break the clinch a little bit sooner, or if it's just something that they've started noticing and they're just kind of embracing. I don't know. I don't have a clear answer on that. I wish I did. Personally, authentic Muay Thai, if they're active in the clinch and they're able to defend themselves, you are good to go. You let that shit go. All right? Unless someone's, of course, getting knocked out. If someone's knocked out cold. Yeah. Come in, step in, break the clinch, right? Give them a count or wave it off. So, with that, Muay Thai is definitely changing. And if you are interested in hearing more about ONE Championship, make sure to visit onefc.com. Go check them out, ONE Championship on Instagram and TikTok. They have some crazy content. I like it. It's better than the UFC content. All right. If you have questions here on TikTok, please stay on. I'll stay on for some Q&A and stuff as well. If you're listening to this later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the podcast platforms, please go leave a review. I would love to hear what kind of questions you have as well. You can always DM us at Pu'u Muay Thai on Instagram. TikTok's getting their DM game up, so you can DM us there as well. Thank you so much, and have a great day. All right, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on iTunes, please go leave a review. It means the world to me if you enjoy the content, or if you like hearing about all the stuff that has to do with Muay Thai and what we're doing.